there's a sense of anticipation, electricity in the air. You think tonight is your night, and you're in luck, because here, a great time is a sure thing. This place is certified hot. This is Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Go on a hot streak unlike any other, with hundreds of the hottest slots, certified by their manufacturers to be set to the best paybacks guaranteed. Plus the hottest table games and sizzling live entertainment and nightlife. So why play at just any casino when you can play at the only casino and resort that's certified hot? This is your night, and it's time to experience more at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Plus the hottest table games and sizzling live entertainment and nightlife. And it's time to experience more at Soaring.
Have you been to Soaring Eagle Casino?
Numerous times.
How frequently do you visit there, and how much do you typically spend?
I actually spend maybe $5 every once in a while, but it's usually going about at least once a month or once every couple of weeks, depending on what I have to do.
When you go, what age range, gender, race, and apparent social class do you most commonly see?
So it depends on what time of the day you go. During the morning, it's usually around like elderly people, about 60, 80 years old, usually Caucasian. Typically speaking, though, nighttime it's more youth, probably like 20s to 40s, and race at that point doesn't really matter, but the general economic status is lower middle class.
So when you think of the stereotypical gambler, what kind of person do you think of?
I usually see a lot of alcohol right next to their slot machines, cigarettes on the other side of said slot machine. Generally speaking, not that well hygiene. They don't have that many teeth. They're not really up there in fitness as well. About those lines.
Do you think gambling addiction exists or is a problem?
Yes, I have several family members that have gambling addiction problems, so it's a thing.
I guess that leads into the next question. Do you know anyone, or have you seen anyone who may be addicted to gambling?
Yes, I have. I don't know how related, like great grandfather, great stepfather, son. So that's like cousin-in-law, uncle-in-law. It's Missouri. It's complicated. He has a really bad gambling addiction problem, so we're trying to get him off that. But to what avail?
So why do you think people gamble?
It's the thrill of the prize. You're gonna win money. That's how it works.
Recently, casinos have started using the word gaming instead of gambling. Do you think the word gambling has any negative connotations with it?
To the experienced crowd who are there all the time, I'm sure gambling or gaming could be used interchangeably to be the same effect. To new people, maybe that entices them more than just gambling.
So when you go, what age range, gender, race, and apparent social class do you usually see there?
Saw a lot of old white people. Aside from the Native Americans here, like you see a lot of rich old white people. Some, because they still have like arcades. There's still a few families, but that's just barely. So So you would see Native Americans, old white rich people, a lot of college students, assuming they're 18. Yeah.
What kind of person do you think of as the stereotypical gambler?
Old, white, I know this is getting redundant. Old white, but he has like a cowboy hat and he's like that really fine creative mustache, the gray hair and everything, like this really nice tailored suit. Yeah.
Do you think gambling addiction exists or is a problem?
I think it is. Anything can be an addiction and a problem. It's just how it really does have a lot to do with your personality. And with my personality, to me, I hate losing, so.
So recently, casinos have started using the word gaming instead of gambling. Do you think that the word gambling has any negative connotations behind it? Or
Gambling would be it's how you look at it prospectively. If you were to say if somebody has a gambling addiction, that has the negative connotation of somebody who who does not have control of a certain type of entertainment thing. Because gambling can be fun, and it doesn't have to be addicting. It's just it really does depend on how you look at it in what context. And as a gamer, as a video gamer too, I don't really think that I honestly don't think it should be called. They should change it to gaming because you're still. It might be a game to them, but it's still gambling. You're still risking. You're still betting types of money. You don't do that in a video game. So.
I'm Seth. I worked at the casino for 6 months as a dealer. Men over 40, white, and upper class are what I most commonly see. I'm not allowed to go to the Soaring Eagle Casino to gamble or drink. I sometimes go to other casinos, maybe a couple times a year, and typically spend $50 to $100. I see all different types of people. Before I worked there, I would have thought that it would have been younger people in their 30s, but kind of sketchy. Gambling addiction definitely exists. I see it in people who continuously lose, yet they keep playing to try to win it back. It's a problem because they spend more money than they can afford. My friend is addicted to gambling. His parents were addicts, and it seems to run in the family. We went to the casino, and after I was ready to go, I had to wait for him to finish. 5 hours later, he was ready, and it really upset me. I'm not allowed to tell people to leave my table, even when I think they should. About half of the people who come to Soaring Eagle are regulars. They come in 3 to 4 times a week. I talk to some of them, but I do not form relationships with all of them. The bosses are the ones who are trained to handle the addiction situation. Any issue that needs to be handled on the floor has to be done by the pit boss. I'm just there to deal the cards. I don't know about any of the gambling addiction resources there are in Mount Pleasant.
My name is Paige McComas. I worked at the casino for 3 months as a beverage waitress. The age range that I saw most commonly was 40 to 7-year-olds, females, white, and middle to upper class. I have never gambled at a casino. When I think of a stereotypical gambler, I think of older white males. I absolutely believe that gambling addiction is a problem. I would watch people sit for 4 days straight. I watched a diabetic shoot his insulin at the machine because he didn't want to leave it. People would frequently come in and hit the slot machines a couple times before they went to their place of employment. People would pay me to watch their machines or to get them cigarettes so they didn't have to leave their machines. One time, someone gave me $20 to watch their machine for 5 minutes. No one I know personally has a gambling addiction, but I saw many people working at the casino that I'm sure do. People go to the casinos because they think they're going to win money. Being rich is appealing to most people, and they are willing to gamble to try and get rich. I don't think a lot of people who are addicts realize that they have an addiction. If I could sit down with them, I would show them that they really do have an addiction and they really do need help. I'm too poor to go to the casino to gamble with my own money. I can't risk losing the money that I work hard to make, which is what happens to most of the people who gamble, as I saw firsthand when I worked at the casino. I'm too scared of that happening to me.